Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
What's up, fellow Star Trek fans, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. McKay, and this is going to be a mod.io showcase of my Galaxy class Enterprise from Star Trek The Next Generation. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, feel free to smash that like button. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and subscribe. This is going to be my first video of 2024, so let's try and get at least 10 likes on the video just to start the year off strong. So, as requested in a previous Star Trek build on Space Engineers, someone requested for me to build the Galaxy class, or the Enterprise D. So, I now present to you my Galaxy class small grid. It's taken me about 3 days to build, but obviously I finished building it today on the 1st of the 1st, 2024. So, it is technically my first build of the year. So I'm quite happy to showcase this off to you. I've done quite a good job on this, but like, it will be, how can I put it? I don't know, maybe a short or a long video. So we'll just see how it goes. So we're just going to showcase the outside. So as you can see, we have the sources section, which we have 6 turrets for the phaser banks, because we don't have phasers in basically the base game. In mods you can, but in base you don't. So we got like 4 autocannons and then 2 artillery cannons, and then the same on the bottom. Yeah, we have 6 again. We have obviously the registration on the bottom, and the registration and the name on the top. There's not much else really on top of the source section apart from it being layered and like a circle. And we do have obviously the green and red lights that flash like they have on most Star Trek ships. Right. Now we're going to take a look at the neck. Now the neck was the hardest thing to do on this build because it's a weird shape, I will admit. Yeah, but I think I did quite a good job on it. Obviously with the blocks not allowing me to do so much smooth. I could probably do it if I was to block it, like step it. But I don't really like doing step builds. I prefer to try and use the angle blocks to try and make it smooth. So you're more than welcome to give it a redo if you prefer, but that's my go at it. And we obviously got our rocket pod at the front, which is our photon torpedo launcher. Next we have our deflector dish, which I think looks pretty good. The shape, the colors, the lighting, yeah, I think it does look pretty decent, especially from a distance. Yeah, it just looks nice. I think maybe a bit big, but what can you do? Then obviously next we have our engineering section, which we have 2 autocannons on each side just to act as some phasers, because, a spoiler alert, we actually have source of separation on this build, which I'll show you how to do near the end of the video. We just have some decals and obviously some colors, but generally it's basically the same shape as what it would be in the show. Then right at the rear we have a rocket turret to act as our rear photon torpedo launchers. We also have like our impulse engines on the saucer and on the engineering section as well. Next, we're going to come to the pylons for the nacelles are pretty simple on the Galaxy class. It's just rounded up, which I love, to be fair. Yeah. But then we got our nacelles. So inside each nacelle there are a shed ton of ion engines, but I thought this time I'd do a coloured block with some lights to act as the impulse colour instead of having the engines. And I think it actually looks pretty better, like much better than if it was just the engines. And obviously we got the Bussard collectors at the front here as well that light up, and like I said, from a distance they look really good, so I'm quite happy with that. Leave your thoughts on what do you prefer. Do you prefer it being painted block or actual engines like I have on my other builds? Yeah. But yeah, so that's generally the outside. Look, it looks the part, it feels the part, so I hope you're happy with the outside. Now, for the inside, the only entrance we have is up here, just at the rear of the saucer section. Let's go inside. Now, this part of the build is not airtight because, as you see, as I said, we do saucer separate, which I'll show you at the end. Yeah, but obviously we have our merge blocks. As you can see, we got 3. Well, there's like 6, but it's 3. 3 points. Yeah, and these merge blocks are where we separate from the main dish. But we have to do it from the battle bridge, which I'll show you that after we've shown you the bridge. So, as you can see, this is our airlock, our one and only airlock into the saucer. Most of the ship's airtight, but again, there are some few spots that aren't, and I don't know why. I've looked everywhere. Probably like a small crack or something I can't figure out. This is just a hallway. This down here leads to just unfinished, like extra space that you guys can use. We got some like storage stuff, oxygen, H2O2 generators, some storage. Yeah, but this is where like engines, gyros, and that are for the saucer. But you're more than welcome to mod it and add extra places in. Yeah, obviously I don't need to do it for myself, but yeah, for you guys, you may want to put something else. But like I said, you know, construction site, blah blah. Right, next we have the bridge. Now I quite like this bridge. I tried to replicate the bridge from the show, so leave your thoughts on what you think. I think it looks good. I give it maybe a 7, 8 out of 10 for comparison. But here we go. Yeah, maybe a bit yellow, but I tried. Yeah, so this is the bridge. We have the tactical station where Worf would stand. And as you come down, it's like a little ramp in there. We have captain's chair, first officer chair, and wherever Troy's chair is, counselor. Yeah. Each station's got their own little computer. It's pretty neat. And obviously I got the red and the blue carpet, or like a light blue carpet. Then we've got our like science stations and engineering stations at the back there. Yeah, there are some on the sides, but I didn't actually have the space to do some sides. I just add a screen on each side. Now we have operations, which is where Data would sit. Yeah, where he would control multiple functions of ships, you know, power, reserves, and transfers, and stuff like that. And then we have the helm. This is where Wesley Crusher would sit, as well as other unnamed or named, depending on the episode, crew members would pilot the Enterprise. And I thought for the view screen, I'd just do some like 3 large screens with the grid pattern to make it look like stars, because there's space outside, isn't it? And I'm not sure if it's like a window or if it's actually a screen or both. Yeah, it doesn't really make that clear. I don't recall seeing a shot from outside the ship looking into the Enterprise through the view screen, whereas you do on like other ships. Yeah, but anyway, maybe you can write that in the comments. Next we have the ready room, where Picard, apparently there's a hole in here somewhere. No, I mean, I don't see a hole, but yet we have a hole. Maybe it's I don't know. But this is the ready room, and we got Captain's Quarters, well, even though it's the ready room, but I put Captain's Quarters. Captain Picard, USS Enterprise, NCC 1701D, United Federation of Planets, commission date the 1st of the 1st, 2024, which is the date of this video. And obviously, this is just where the captain would talk to his crew. Yeah, it's like a little ready room. Nice, isn't it? Next, we're going to go off to the left side where we got the briefing room. Where we see when I got like a little message which you can read when you download it. But this is where like most things get discussed. And as we come down, like I just don't understand where it's not airtight. So you guys just have to figure that out. And obviously we've got a room that leads back into the construction area. Yeah. But then we also have our med bay. Because I thought I'd put the med bay up in the source section because there wasn't a lot of room in the engineering section. But in here we have our survival kit for our spawn point and like a bunch of cryopods just as the med bay. It's not like I said, there's not much I could do with small grid. But yeah, you can customize it however you please. And I'm sure there's loads of mods as well that you can add to it. Right. So that's generally the sources section done. And again, there's no artificial gravity, but if you want to add mods with artificial gravity generators for small grid, feel free. Yeah, but I think I did a pretty good job. Like I said, about 7 out of 10 for look-alike. Yeah, it's pretty like it does look like the show. Top point. So feel free to rate that in the comments. Right, and now we've done the saucer, let's go check out the engineering section. And then what we'll do, we end with this separation and joining. Right, so we go down here into the bows of the neck. So obviously we've got signs posted everywhere, so you shouldn't get lost. But we're like, to saucer, to the engineering section. But this here is the battle bridge, where you'd come, and then before you get started, press this button. It changes lights to red, because the only time you use the battle bridge is when you're battling. You can use either console as your helm, doesn't really matter. And but I've got this one. There's always a left to me, I don't know why. Yeah, but I like left in ships. But we'll do that in a minute. But we're going to go down now. So as you can see, I've left it mostly white, because if I start painting, it would paint the outside of the hull. So I'd leave it white, otherwise you're going to have mismatched colour on the outside. Yeah, this is basically a Jeffrey or turbo lift, but you have to float down. This is the engineering. Again, I try to kind of make it look alike from the show. So we got like the table that you see LaForge and Data are always on, a bunch of windows, and then the warp core, which is like got a timer, lights, and obviously the reactors in, and just like fake tubing. Just give it that feel of that you're in the Galaxy class. I try my best, but yeah. Then we obviously just got a spec rundown of the ship here. So it's USS Enterprise 1701D Galaxy class specs, small grid light armor blocks, 50,000 blocks, PCUs 165,000, all ion thrusters with 1,322 ion engines. There's 275 lights. The ship's mass is 1,600,000. There are 16 weapons, 12 4 on the saucer, 2 side on the engineering, 1 for rocket pod, 1 aft rocket turret. Source separation possible from battle bridge, jump drive available, area available for installation, and feel free to modify. Built by me to this date. So that's basically the engineering. And if you want to come down here, we have the engineering section's storage area, which again you can add more storage. There's only just the 1 or 2 here, I'm not sure. Yeah, with oxygen and H2O2 generators. And then we come down to jump drive room. This is where like we got batteries, but we can place a jump drive there for when you get mods. Yeah, small grid jump drive. So there's always an area for you to do it. So it's on the engineering section. Right. So that is generally it for the build. I've shown you everything inside and out. Hope you enjoy the build. And if you do, feel free to leave likes and comments, and don't forget to check out the description where you'll find the link to be able to download it within mod.io. Right, and now to show you the saucer separation. Now I've done this twice and it's worked twice, both times. So hopefully when I show you on camera, we'd have no problem. Alright, so on to the battle bridge. Alright, we're going to come to this one here. Alright, we're going to press left to unlock the connectors, because they are connectors that connect like plumbing. And we're going to press down to release the merge blocks. And then press right to go to camera. and we should, if it is not fused together. Okay. There we go. I'm not sure why it was being a bit stuck. I wonder if it's the connectors. I wonder if the connectors have got... What's the word I'm looking for? Strength. Well, strength is disabled. Let's just check for damage. Yeah, clearly we got a little bit of damage here. Well, I'll basically figure that out, but that was the connector, that was. No, strength is disabled there as well. Me, I don't know. But yeah, source of separation. And the two things can fly independently of each other. Was it both sides or just the one side? Well, I'm going to have to sort that out, I think, before uploading it. But yeah, both sections move on their own. Like so. And obviously the dock again. It takes a bit of lining up. Yeah, but you could Riker it and you get it in first time. Sounds rather dodgy, that, don't it? Get it in. Oop. There we go. Might have to tweak that a little bit, but yeah. And there we go then, guys. I was going to do a little tweaking of the saucer a sec, but then obviously afterwards we will get it uploaded, and well, anyway, when you watch this video on YouTube, it'll be uploaded, ready to download. So I hope you enjoyed the build, and if you did, feel free to smash that like button. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on the build, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until the next time though, I've been Dr. McKay. Enjoy the Galaxy class small grid. Until then, have fun and see you then. Cheers and goodbye.